Knowledge is power.
Oh, look at God.
Look at him.
See, I was about to defend the heathen, and God just stepped on in and said, you know what? Silence!
Not today, Satan.
Delta or come on, y'all. Who put Delta or Spirit? That's
Delta. Some basic bitch, some basic ass. This man is a total fraud. One thing that I will give him is that he is a reformed hustler. And he found a legal hustle. I mean, what better way to legally hustle than to start a church? And if you look at that church, where's some people tithes and offering money going? The church is like a rundown bodega that get boarded up at night every time they leave after service. The church got curtains being hung up by double-sided tape and poster board. I've seen kindergarten daycare centers decorated better than that doggone church. So where is the people tithes and offering money going if it's not going to the K Jewelers and to the Gucci store? Where's the people money going?
not K Jewelers.
Everything begins with K. He had the spirit shoot up through my bones, and I ain't hollered. Well, I hollered last week when that boy did that water in that jug for his car, but we'll tell you that later on. But outside of that, I ain't hollered for no man in a long time, and that right there made me. It was Canal Street, Flatbush.
She claimed she was there.
You can't even fill up your Honda Civic on $29, and you got a whole dog airplane. You get what you pay for with that spirit. And I'm gonna tell you something. I prefer Delta. Delta is high as hell, but they treat you right. Delta is my preferred carrier. If I can't fly Delta, I get on me a little piece of American. But that spirit, I ain't feeling the spirit.
Back in my day, when I had friends that used to be mules, that they would put it in a bag and they would lock it and they would check it underneath. And then when it came in the carousel, if the coast was clear, then they'd take it and go to the room and page the person, come pick it up. That's what they used to tell me.
One of my old gentleman callers, he is in that pharmaceutical business. And he sell the reefer. The reefer. And that's how they do it. They put it in the suitcase. And but he don't have to leave many a suitcase at the airport. Because he don't got there and saw the dogs or some people sniffing around and he count his losses and say, no man, we just gonna leave him in suitcase.
Abort.
So do men do Kegels to tighten the booty?
Well, listen. I did, man.
I either. I didn't say you. You ever got ass on the stairs train? What you in here for? Smoking. Have this problem with the crackheads. Not me, girl. I didn't say you. So when you ask two men to do Kegels, not me, girl. Do you do Kegels in your booty, Claudia?
Bitch, I got my messy wig on. I'm about to get this motherfucker started, okay?
Oh, boom. As you can see, Funky's having technical difficulties with the live because, like I said, he was ill-prepared. And he's competing with Fox Soul, although he said there were no issues. I'm still confused, but whatever. I was on Funky's side because I said as a content creator, we have more value, we have more worth than we understand. It was brave of him to walk away from the company, and yes, he should build his own platform versus working for somebody else. I was all here for it, Fed. But as the live continues, I begin to realize there's something much deeper going on here. Check out Funky in the same live going in.
I just saw the bullshit that a bitch pulled for what it was, and I had to let that hoe know I got her number and don't play with me in my motherfucking face. It's a lot of shady shit going on in the background that's been going on in the background since day one, and I stayed quiet about it, and I'm going to remain to stay quiet about it because I don't indulge in mess. But bitches is not going to play in my face in 2024.
All right, now y'all heard it. He wouldn't put an address on it. Everybody knows he had this beef with Flame Monroe 4 years ago because Flame Monroe has spoke out on a lot of the things that the LGBTQ plus community had been doing that she disagreed with. And Funky did a video not liking her sentiments. And basically, you know, a lot of his followers was like, yeah, Funky, you missing the mark on this one. Okay, so when Funky went live saying what he just said, people went to guesstimating who it was he was speaking of. Remember, he never put an address on it. So when people was looking at the 3 people on the panel, we knew it wasn't Al. It had to be either Claudia or Flame. And it would make sense for it to be Flame because they've had a tit for tat back in the day. So shortly after this, Tasha K decided to enter the chat and try to get him and Flame on a call that she wanted to record, that she was probably going to monetize off of, and Funky wasn't having it. Funky then took to his platform to explain. You guys check this out.
And my phone rings, and I look down at the phone, and it's Tasha K. And she says, hey, do you have 5 minutes to talk? And I said, yeah, what's up? And she was like, I got Flame on, but table that for a minute. Tasha called me either last night or the night before last, and she was saying, that she has a lot of respect for Flame. She has a lot of respect for me. And would I be open to having a conversation with Flame so we can extinguish this make-believe imaginary beef or whatever it is? Towards the end of the conversation, Tasha asked me again, Q, would you be willing? I'm always willing to broker peace. So I was like, you know what, Tasha, fine. If Flame wants to talk, I'm open to talking. But let the record reflect, I don't have a problem with Flame Monroe.
All right, so you guys heard Funky Dineva saying that basically he was at first up to having a phone call. He said even though he has no relationship with Flame, but then when Tasha hollered, she wanted to basically record it. He said, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no spam. Now, he goes on in this same video to basically say that he don't have an issue with Flame and Flame is not the issue, and we'll get to that later. But one of the things he said in the video, and I urge you guys to go over to this channel and look at it, was that he didn't think that they should have a public conversation. They should have a private conversation. But my only rebuttal to that is, baby, y'all issue was public. It wasn't private. You was very public in your video when you said what you said. So why wouldn't you want to have a public conversation? When you do things publicly, it should be addressed publicly. That's just my opinion, Anyways, all right, so that was Tasha K and Flame Monroe's perspective on what happened during that phone call, or at least how they saw it. And Flame Monroe says he's got this interview coming with Tasha K. She said it was already done, or planned in the past. And honestly, a lot of people are saying Tasha K need to mind her business. And I understand why but Tasha K is looking at this from a business perspective. I'm about to get this money. This is hot right now. I'm getting the money. I'm not mad at it. I think my only issue with Funky is trying to portray the situation as if he's never had an issue with Flame or, anything going over there. And that's not the case. And I understand why Flame is on defense. Well, because number one, you say it's no issue, yet here you go going live and tearing down the show and all this stuff crashing out online as soon as he gets on. Not last week, but this week. As soon as Flame got on the show, Funky went live, and that's just the facts. And I believe Funky is being disingenuous with his saying that he don't have an issue with Flame, because he absolutely does. This beef stems from when Flame Monroe went on the Breakfast Club, did an interview, and basically said that, for lack of a better term, the LGBTQ, not really the entire community, I think she was speaking more on the trans issue. Moving on. Funky released that video saying that he, didn't want to make amends with Flame and there was really no issue. And then later on that night, he went live and he went in on Claudia Jordan, basically saying he has beef with her. It has nothing to do with anybody else, threatening to unleash a clip. This is his words, not mine. I guess he got some behind the scenes teas that he can really drag Claudia with, all this stuff. And it was just a hot mess. And now the girls are really gagging. Check this out.
My issue, world, is not with Flame Monroe. My issue is with Claudia Jordan. We got it out there now? My issue is with Claudia Jordan. Now, I'm going to reserve why I have an issue with Claudia Jordan just in case somebody want to get froggy. I'm going to leave that one in the chamber, because that one is a semi-automatic weapon that's going to spray up everybody and everything if I unload that clip. I'm not disgruntled. I'm actually proud of myself I walked away from a $250,000 a year job. I walked away from a $250,000 a year job on my own volition because I bet on me. And I can make more by putting that same time into my own shit.
He said I was not making $250, and so I also knew. And again, this is Funky setting up the show for failure. When you put out, I was making $250, you had to know that was going to put the screws to the network for them to come with a higher salary than when they really wanted to. So much information, but for you to think that that's immature of Armon to just get tired of people playing in his face all day, every day, you didn't let them play in yours for $250. So how is that immature? But then you do a show at the same time. I feel like these are both quacking ducks.
There was a group of people on a Zoom meeting said that Armon was going on a date with the producer Justin. Then the following day, she said that Armon and Justin hooked up.
Oh my God!
You guys, but I cannot get into the back and forth, you know, this one lied on this one and that one lied on that one and this one said this one. I can't even tell you the things that I know.
Because that's not allowed in the workplace. Armon flipped out, and then Claudia somehow convinces Armon that, no, I didn't say it, it was Al. And that's where things got really, really bad.
I agree with you. I would have never brought this to your attention had there not been a three-way meeting about me and Justin's relationship, and me and Justin were completely isolated.
So out of context. And that is what is frustrating me, Armon, is that you are taking what that meeting was about out of context, because what you are alluding to is that Claudia and Al asked to meet with me to talk about you and your relationship and why you got this job and you're having an affair with Justin. What does that sound like to you? That is just absolutely.
And then also, I feel like they just should have called this, instead of TGIF, feelings. Whoa, 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 feeling. It must have been in Braille, because all you can do is feel with Fox.
Insane to me, okay? And that did not go down like that. And so...
Yes, it did. Al is not who he portrays to be. A hot, sizzling mess. I mean, from people wanting insurance, and they was already paying for it, but I guess you just didn't know which drop-down menu to click. Claudia said with a quick Google...
It did. And I will put my hand, I will swear on a stack of Bibles. So let me just, you know what, all this lying, I can't take it anymore. I cannot take this. Al called me the day after the Image Awards and said, we need to have a meeting with Joyce. And I found it weird because we don't really talk anymore. He wanted to have a meeting since I'm tired of the lies. And it has to all be on the table. And I wish Al was here. And I said, what? He calls me up and says he doesn't like the direction of the show. And at the time, I wasn't feeling it either, in full disclosure. And Armon, I told you this.
We already know this.
I told you I wasn't feeling it either. I felt like it was all this contention. It was this negative, and I felt the same way. So he's like, I want to have a meeting with Joyce, which I thought was weird that he wanted to include me, because I know they have their relationship, and they talk a lot. And they're close. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll be on the meeting. In the meeting, he said he felt a few things. He felt like Justin is making the show too gay, and he wanted Destiny to have a bigger role in the show and take over the topics. Did say that. Okay, so you agree with that. Then he also said, and Armon, I don't like the tone of the show, and I'm just not happy, and I don't think I can do this much longer if he's here. And I was like, wow, okay, he said that. He also said, I went out with Armon, and Armon said that him and Justin went on a date, and that he's been very heavily coached for this job, including being told to join after. That is what's being said. I'm sorry, Joyce. I'm a very honest person. I'm not good at lying, and I will tell the truth. That's what was said in the meeting. We had this meeting. We did have a meeting. He did say that. I'm not even putting that on you. That's why I find it very odd that you're rushing to his defense and saying, no, shutting it down. He said it, Joyce. I'm a very credible person, and I'm not a liar. I'm not.
But wow, I definitely will say this stirred it up. It stirred it up.
I agree with every single thing.
Okay, so, but he did tell you that, Joyce, and I don't know why you're denying it.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Al Reynolds was feeding Armon info to try and get her fired, and in the same breath feeding Claudia info to try and get Armon fired and to try and get Claudia fired. Then they both exchanged notes, and they found out that Al was the common denominator.
So Joyce, you didn't tell me that he said that I am making the show heavily gay.
Yes, he
as
did.
A manager. That is
he did say that. And he said he wanted. He said he wanted Destiny to take over your role and to put her more in the position.
You didn't tell me this, Joyce.
Swear to God.
They knew they had beef behind the scenes. They knew they weren't cool. And then you add a third person into the mix. I think really Armon was being used as a pawn.
He didn't say that Justin was making it heavily gay.
Oh my God! I got y'all, Joyce.
That's what he said.
Let me walk it off.
He felt that the show was turning heavily gay. He didn't say that Justin is making the show heavily gay.
Then why would he suggest Destiny to take over?
No, he didn't say for Destiny to take over. He said maybe what Destiny can do is Destiny. Hold on one second.
Basically, we're saying the same thing, but you're making it more palatable. We're saying the same thing. You guys, I'm not a liar. I've never lied.
So I just feel like the whole thing is just really, really childish at the end of the day. If y'all don't like each other, quit being fake and phony and having people in a situation where they're thinking everything is copacetic. But in reality, y'all don't get along. Y'all are just there for a check. That is crazy. And then everybody wanted to be mad at Funky a few months ago, but now people are seeing why Funky left. You know what I'm saying? People are seeing why he left the show.
I can't lie about this.
Destiny can take over doing more of the topics that, as it relates to women, as it relates to relationships. That's what he said. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's a good idea. You know.
Have you ever told Justin this?
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I told Justin. I told Justin the overall theme of what our conversation was. That's
no, you didn't tell me that Al that you said the show was becoming heavily gay. This is new to me, Joyce. That's why I'm just really shocked. I didn't. This was not told to me from my manager.
I just feel like, why were we not on this meeting if it was going into that much depth?
I'm not going to sit here and continue to go around.
Because they didn't think I'd ever.
Check, please. Okay, this is how I'm seeing all of this play out. So while everybody is thinking that Claudia put a battery in Armon's back, how do y'all know that Armon didn't go at him like that because of what he was trying to do to Armon behind the scenes? Armon's a grown man. Why does somebody have to put a battery in his back? He's always got online and popped off and said what he wanted to say.
Tell you guys, because we were all kept at odds for a reason. Al has been puppeteering, keeping us all fighting against each other and not getting along, having sidebar conversations, trying to get me fired to Joyce, and then having conversations with me, Armon, to try to get you fired to Joyce and to me, and that is a fact. And as long as you and I weren't speaking, and then Justin and I were in a weird place ever since I was on College Hill, so we weren't speaking, so all of us aren't speaking like we're supposed to. But Joyce and Al are still speaking very much, and Al has been very much.
At the end of the day, I'm not about to sit here and cry tattoo tears for Al Reynolds. That man is in his 50s. Why y'all acting like he don't sit up on the internet and gossip and kiki and clown and, you know, go in on celebrities too?
Been creating them, been puppeteering all of us to be at odds. And then all it took was me finally have a conversation with Armon, because I did not like the feeling. I was like, you know what? I love doing this show, and I want us to get along. I want to extend an olive branch to him, and I'm glad he was open to it. We spoke, and now we're good, Joyce. And that's why the show has been really good the last few days, because we're not being kept at odds. Fun fact for you, Joyce. Do you know whenever me and Armon get into it on the show, and he comes for me, Al rushes and calls Armon to tell him how much he loves the discourse on the show?
Here, you come over here and you side with me because we're both gay men. And then Claudia's like, no, you need to side with me because I really like your work, or, you know, whatever. So they're kind of pulling him both ways. But Claudia said that Al Reynolds was feeding Armon info to try and get her fired, and in the same breath feeding Claudia info to try and get Armon fired and to try and get Claudia fired. Then they both exchanged notes, and they found out that Al was the common denominator.
feel like Al was protected, is protected. I think that Al is very sensitive. And I think that Al is very strong in his opinions and things that he does not want to talk about, but anybody can talk about other things that they don't want to talk about, and it's okay.
Now out here, we don't see that. We see Mr. Sophisticated. He never cusses. But honey, he got another side to him.
That there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect, Joyce, and you refuse to recognize it, and it's not fair.
But oh God, seeing Sis Reynolds get in Joyce's face. And then also, I feel like they just should have called this, instead of TGIF, feelings. Whoa, 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 feeling. Everybody felt a damn way. Ooh, God.
You say to us certain things, but then you backslide on it. You say certain things to me, and you say certain things to other people. It's quite clear you got caught twice talking about me.
I didn't talk to you. I have not heard Al have that much bass in his voice. Look at that wannabe top.
You got caught. And I won't even tell on this show, on this Zoom, what you said to me offline. Okay, so we won't even talk about that.
Al, I just really quick, I want to jump in because, guys, we're on Zoom, and it's still people on here, and this conversation is recorded. The thing is, I just want us, we're definitely, this is, we have to resolve this, but I just kind of want this to keep this in-house.
So my whole thing was, why do y'all get Al all of this? It's got to be something I'm missing. But the tension was there. It does not take 6 months, 3 years to see that there was tension within the group of TGIF. That's just being honest.
Because these type of things. Let's talk about being very unprofessional. Okay. Why would you send me that? Why when you say, Al, look, I apologize. I messed up. You're going to send me, let's talk about being very unprofessional. Telling me I'm being unprofessional because I missent something. You missent it first.
I love how now Joyce, we have her on screen. Like, how the hell do you go from a behind the scenes producer who we shouldn't know to the star of the shit?
You missed it first, and then you're gonna call me unprofessional? Cut it out. And then say to me, please pay attention to the show. I'm not paying attention to the show? Did I miss something? When somebody called on me?
I'm not raising my voice at you.
Well, I am, because I'm upset. I'm tired of my EP not respecting how I feel. I'm tired of my EP talking shit about me. I'm tired of my EP acting like one thing in front of one group and one thing in front of another. Okay, I have a right to be upset. I asked you to please let me go. You will not let me go.
Wow.
So this is what you get.
Okay.
And I'm glad it's being recorded because I need for people to see what I'm dealing with on a regular basis.
You're absolutely right. That was the rule, is that Claudia is not to come back.
And why are you jumping down my throat for following your rule that you put in? And then why are you going to call me in front of my colleagues that I do too much as usual? Those were your words. You want me to scroll down and read them? You want me to scroll down and read them? I do too much on this show? I do too much choice on this show on a regular? Okay, then why would you say it?
So I know that Al, he has a horrible, dangerous side, and I just want to know, Claudia, was he talking to you like this? That Al ever yell at you, cuss you out like this? Armon, did Al ever? Listen, I don't think Armon would allow that shit. I don't know, but I don't think so.
All that trying to be prissy on camera, and that was him.
Yeah, that was nasty, Al. Al, I'm gonna need you to come on out here. I'm sick and tired of you being quiet about this shit. You gossip about any and everybody else, but you're so quiet about this, Al, and I know you got a mouth. The reason why I know you got a mouth and I know you got an attitude, because when Armon got finished roasting that ass, you called Funky Dineva, and we all heard your ass on the phone. Bitch, did you see what he did? You gotta go see this shit right fucking now. I don't give a fuck. And you cuss a lot too.
truly your birthday. Now, everyone, I wrote it down. Gather round. It's roast time, okay? Today we're celebrating our very own Al Reynolds' birthday. Al, you're a man of many talents, some of which include being messy, causing drama, and having a knack for making our workplace feel like a reality TV show. Al's got a unique ability to smile in your face, snap a picture, and go behind your back and talk about you to your coworker that he claims he hates. It's like he's got a PhD in two-faced study, okay? Due to Al's special relationship with management and his hypersensitivity, we are not allowed to talk about his failed marriage. So even though he's brought
Now, let me say this. Watch Claudia Jordan the whole time. And I said this during my live stream the other day. I'm like, why is she so happy and giddy? And I even said, with friends like that, who needs enemies? So we're going to keep playing it.
Up many times, I'll steer clear of that topic to keep my job. Now, but wait, there's more. Al fancies himself as the facts guy, but somehow he never seems to get the actual facts right. He's also a talk show host who's supposed to have all the strong opinion, but the guy can't form a thought without his notes. Very complete. I've seen grocery store lists with more spontaneous insight. And let's not forget his legendary struggle with names and words. Al, it's successful, not successful. It's like watching a toddler trying to pronounce spaghetti. Oh, and how could I forget Al's clout-chasing antics? He's got all these celebrities friends, but the best part, none of these celebrities actually know they're supposed to be friends with him. As if that wasn't enough. Al is currently on a mission to get our talk show canceled. His nasty, childish, slightly jealous attitude is working overtime to torpedo our show. It's like he's auditioning for a soap opera villain role. But despite all the chaos, let's not forget it's your birthday, Al. Okay? So here's to you. May your future be as drama-free as your past has been drama-filled. Happy birthday, Al!
That was ratchet, and I enjoyed every second of it. Thank you, Armon. Thank you.
I don't do roast, you know what I'm saying? Because people be roasting, but roasters be having some low-key truths in there. So for me, I'm not fit for that. Okay, Armon is a key. And then on the show, he said that, you know, at the end of it, he said it was funny. And then, you know, cry foul. And now that I'm looking at how all of this is playing out, I feel like it was on purpose. I feel like he called Funky. He knew Funky was live, and he called on purpose to be messy. So let's you know, we bring receipts here. So let's play the part with Funky when he called Funky's show. He knew Funky was live.
Jinky.
Right here. This Al right here. Hey.
Listen.
Hold on before you talk. I'm on live.
You need to hear this on live.
Hold on. People can hear you.
I don't give a fuck. When I tell you go back and watch TGIF tonight, go back and watch TGIF tonight.
What happened?
Go back and watch TGIF tonight, and you tell me if I don't have a reason. Ooh, you filming me?
I told you was live.
Oh, my bad. Go back. Hey, friend, go back and watch TGIF tonight, and call me back.
All right, bye.
Nessa girl! When he was like, I don't give a fuck. That was the real Al, okay? It's a lot bigger than Armon's roast. Armon's roast is not the catalyst that ruined the show. What it is he's in his feelings because he didn't think Armon was going to go there. So he got in his feelings, hence when he called in a Funky show.
That's not what happened, and actually our entire production team is black. And we roast every single person's birthday on the cast has been roasted, and there had been some horrific things said about me before in a roast, but we laugh it off like that's what roasts are. It should only really hurt your feelings or bother you if the stuff they're saying is true. Like when it's not true, you'd be like, okay, whatever. But the stuff that's true, I could see how that was striking.
Jinky.
But the white people, they did not make us pit us against each other. It's something we've been doing for years, ever since the tea started. A real roast, they go, if you think our roast was me, please look up the roast of Flavor Flav, Pam Anderson. Basically, look up any roast. Those people, you're like, the look at my face, I was like, ah! That's how they be. They have you gagging every time because that's what a roast is. No, the show was on yesterday. So Al put a post out, I guess, saying that the show was canceled. And I feel like that was misleading. I think he meant whatever he does on YouTube. I've never seen the show. So people thought that there was no show. And guess what? That makes the numbers go down.
Whatever he does on YouTube, because I've never seen his show. So I caught that. That made my ears perk up because I'm like, well, if that's your friend and y'all are cool. Because again, I don't watch the show. I don't know the dynamics. So I'm just somebody seeing them on a show. I'm assuming they had to be somewhat cool, but she said whatever he does on YouTube, I don't watch his show. So I'm like, okay, something is definitely going on with the two of them. We're going to continue.
Right? We had pre-taped that show on Thursday, and it was all good before the roast episode. So that show was fine. It was in the can. So it was a good show. So that show was on. I'm eating food. So I think that post, whatever he posted, I don't follow him, so I think that post he posted, which was sent to me, misled people to think, well, I'm not going to even watch the show tonight or tune in because it's not on. But it was on. So do I not get along with that? Well, we used to be friends. I put him on the show. You know, we used to be friends. We haven't been friends for a long time. I will say that. And I haven't been happy.
We used to be friends, but we haven't been friends in a long time. So keep that in mind.
With some of the behind the scenes things he's been doing. It's been like really like shocking over the years to see, like, I didn't really know this person like I thought.
Jinky,
but, you know, I can work with anyone. I'll work. And I've had to work with people before. Unfortunately, this is a show that it was created because like we had 3 people that actually got along and like actually like talking to each other and weren't jealous and like to have fun and wanted to like see it for each other, and like we were so looking forward to being in the studio together, you know. We were so looking forward to like seeing what the show could go into, but like I think there was a lot of people, a lot of things folks were worrying about with other people getting paid and if we were getting the same money, and then there was some jealousy and motherfuckers taking pictures of your car and Instagram and screenshotting it and sending it to each other and kikiing and being jealous and being like, oh, you have this house and you have this, and oh, we must not be getting the same money, and then being resentful. He got caught talking shit on a text, and he had to confess, and he said some foul shit about me. And that's where the chemistry first. I'm just gonna tell it. I feel like I should say with the origin, because I'm getting blamed for everything, and like I've been keeping it cute for years. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna tell the story. All right. Maybe about 6-7 months into TGIF, it was so good.
Keep that in mind. She said 6-7 months into TGIF. This show has been on for years now at this point. So keep that in mind. Then she says, Al was having side conversations with Armon, trying to get me fired, and having side conversations with me, trying to get Armon fired. When we found out, we squashed our beef. Al's been miserable since before. Then somebody says, shake my head. Losing the bag on the account of Armon is crazy. Claudia says, that's who you blame? ? My thing is, all this proves is that all this shit is fake as hell. She said 6 months into TGIF, Al was texting somebody, talking shit about her. He had to admit that he was talking shit about her, and they haven't really been cool ever since. She's had to deal with him in the work environment, but they're not close. So my thing is, why even put yourself in this situation over the next few years? Like, I get having to get a bag, but I'm sorry, there's nothing like my peace. Our money's not good money if it's coming off like this, where y'all are bickering and fighting and throwing each other under the bus.
Okay, and she said, listen, Armon, how can we be cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they had a talk, and they realized one thing led to another, and they were cordial. But when they were cordial, Al said, God damn it, the shit ain't working. The plan ain't working, because this nigga right here, he want to be fucking friendly. I did not tell your ass she don't like you. I told you that. I was the one that got your ass in this bitch. And you gonna go over there and you gonna be cool with that hoe, knowing I don't like that bitch either. And I was the one that got you. I was the one that fought for your ass to be here, bitch. Oh, honey?
I don't give a fuck about that show. Y'all have me fucked up. Bitches always speaking on me, bitch. What's up? I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad.
I think that Armon, Claudia set you up and you took the bait.
You was telling me everything. Who put the battery? You? Al? Claudia? Y'all, he didn't say nothing bad. Girl, a battery was put in my back. If you really want to know, you really fuck with me, you would have called me.
I think you should call Funky Dineva. I think when Funky Dineva was whispering in your ear, he was trying to warn you that Claudia is a snake.
Yes. Y'all believe that bullshit on the comments. Here we are. Let's cook. A battery was put in my, and I'm gonna show you the battery that was put in my back. I got you. Don't worry. But what I'm telling you is, you just jump out and put out and say a battery was put in my back? Bruh. Nigga, what?
I can't say Carlos King was messy for this interview, but wow, I definitely will say this stirred it up.
Who you like? Don't play with me. Who, by you? By you? You was the one giving me. Remember, you tried it. Remember, according to you, you called me and told me not to. Well, her, him. This before I got the job.
Ready, fight.
So you was planting your battery, and you was supposed to be outside of the show. A battery was put in my back. Was it your battery or was it theirs? Whose battery was it? Oh, see, but I'm learning it's only okay when she operating the batteries. Then that's when it's justified, when he operating the batteries.
Armon, you got played. I would be mad too, but you have to take your anger out on the right person. And then after all of this, she gets you to do a roast, you get fired. Then she goes, hangs out with your buddy, Jason Lee.
Actually, Claudia played herself.
I know.
I'll still work there and she don't. And she out here pussy peddling around the block, trying to pick up a job or two.
Bruh. No, the problem is, can't nobody put a battery in my back. That's why we here. A battery was put in my back. Okay, let's go. A battery was put in my back. Okay.
A battery was put in his back. These are my thoughts. Can't prove it. Don't know.
But you can't prove it, but you just gonna say some bullshit. You can't prove it, but you just gonna choose to say some bullshit. You can't prove it, but you're gonna choose to say some bullshit, and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, Funky was pretty chill. You're gonna choose to say some bullshit right now. I feel it. You're going to choose to say some bullshit. When you don't have any proof of any evidence, but you're choosing bullshit right now. Okay, let's go.
For a fact, I thought a battery was put in his back. I thought it was deeply personal. I thought it was extremely unprofessional.
Ah, deeply personal and extremely unprofessional. Okay.
I thought it was completely I thought it was gross.
Oh. You thought, so you felt bad for Al.
I'm not about to sit here and cry tattoo tears for Al Reynolds. That man is in his 50s. Everybody can't get up here and do what it is that I and many other people do, which is roll solo dolo. It's hard to entertain, crack jokes out the top of your head, read comments, read super chats, and still answer questions from a wide variety of topics outside of just fucking and sucking. Everybody can't do that. And they know they couldn't. So to me, they drug Armon into some nonsense. They knew they had beef behind the scenes. They knew they weren't cool. And then you add a third person into the mix. I think really Armon was being used as a pawn.
How did you, you thought it was and y'all want me to think that she don't feel a way towards me? No. She gave all that and never one call. She thought it was extremely unprofessional, deeply personal, and just gross. She's entitled to her opinion. But bitch, I see you. I can't be mad at how you felt because you felt how you feel. And I feel like it was extremely stupid of you to walk away from $250,000. And I think it was extremely dumb of you to not know that you can get insurance through your SAG-AFTRA contract. I think a lot of shit you do was extremely stupid and dumb. But do I go online and interview about it?
So much information, but for you to think that that's immature of Armon to just get tired of people playing in his face all day, every day, you didn't let them play in yours for $250. So how is that immature? But then you do a show at the same time. I feel like these are both quacking ducks.
But okay, I get it. I think you felt the way though, baby. And I feel like you're taking this as your opportunity to try to wear it out.
I thought it was gross. And the reason why I thought it was gross is because obviously in having had work there, a lot of the things that he was saying, he had not even been there long enough to experience or even know what the fuck he was talking about.
No, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, bitch. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm talking about. Just because you loud black don't mean that you right. Just
with over 8 million beats from all
now we're gonna
genres.
Bitch, these girls have gassed you up because you came in wearing these wigs and this fucking lipstick. You let them gas you up. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Bruh.
I'm talking about everything you was just talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about because half the shit you was telling me, bitch. So don't tell me what the fuck I knew what I was talking about. Bitch, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Clearly, you said you didn't know what you was talking about. I always know what I'm talking about, bitch. Be very clear, ho.
I would be mad too, but you have to take your anger out on the right.
Tell me what the fuck I know I'm talking about, bitch. You know what the fuck you talking about.
Presence as
just because you sit up there and motherfucking cross your legs with a fucking wig on, bitch, every day and blowing your goddamn nose, bitch, and you got followers. Don't you're not gonna come over here and tell me what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck how many people you got. How many people say they love you, bitch? I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you're not gonna discount it. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Excuse me, I done tapped the damn thing, because now she done pissed me off. Needed to tell me that Al was going around telling people that I went on dates with the producer. How long did I need to be there for that? How long did I need to be there to know that Al was saying that me and my nigga was fucking the producers? And you know he said that.
Bruh.
I know you know. Why you sitting your ass up there cross-eyed, cross-legged and shit. Bitch, don't play with me. You know your friend was fucking messy. You know it. And I know for a fact you know some of the shit that he was saying about me because he said it to you. Bitch, don't tell me what I know and what I don't know. I'm very articulate, I'm very coherent, and I'm very motherfucking sharp and clever, bitch. Don't let these girls in your comments gas you up. Bitch, I'm far from a dummy. I don't need you, Claudia, or Al to pump me for a motherfucking thing. I seen everybody.
Simply had not been there long enough. And
I was there long enough.
And going back to our earlier conversation when I was talking about the maturity piece, that's the thing right there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that. Girl, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid as hell.
I laid out for Armon everything he needed to do to be.
Did you lay it out for me, or did I not pick up the battery that you gave me and put in my fucking bag? So now I'm immature. I'm only immature because I didn't drag Claudia. Because let's talk about the battery. The battery was get Claudia's ass out of here and continue to make that bitch uncomfortable.
Funky Dineva and go about your business and leave Carlos King alone. He is a snake, and I think Funky Dineva realized it. That's why he's apologizing to Armon.
And when I didn't do that, then I became immature because then it was me and Claudia were cool. Then I stopped hearing from him. Then Al started acting funny. Let's be very clear. Y'all didn't want me to like Claudia. As co-host, how do you know? Claudia said to producers, you make her feel unsafe. While you were talking, she said she was chatting with producers saying to them not to give you any cues to stop talking, stating, let him keep talking. He's going to hang himself. That's what I walk into. This is what I walk into, making 3 times less than everybody. Mind you, everybody else is making $250,000. I'm making $70K. Doing the same amount of work. I don't even walk into a greeting. I walk into an immediate, somebody don't like you. You got to get the fuck on. And I still sit there and I smile. I come dressed. Hee.
Okay, Armon is a key. And
I come happy. Every fucking day. So, boom. That's going on. Trying to make it through. Time is going by. Me and Claudia start talking. We getting cool. I'm like, all right, cool. We working it out. Then shit start getting weird. Joyce called me. No. Then I get my segment, the music segment. Now, mind you, the fans is going crazy because now Al is calling me boy, son, boy on my ass, telling me that the play is we're going to do this because Claudia is trying to sit down on the shows. And so I have to drag you. I'm like, all right, whatever, we cool, whatever. Joyce, you're not letting Al talk.
Don't you tell me, Joyce! Joyce! I need to speak to you like this, Joyce! Joyce!
You gotta, every time I would wear why are you wearing a hat? Why are you wearing a jacket? What's going on with your clothes? Nitpicking every fucking thing I did. I'm like, oh my God, she's now picking on me. And Al started to get quiet. Mind you, Al used to talk to me every day. I'm like, something is happening here. There's a shift here. The people started getting adjusted to me because the women didn't like me at first. Because of Claudia, but me and Claudia warmed up. The women started liking me. The people start not liking Al. Okay? Remember. Here we go. These are the receipts. Sometimes she gave weird vibes towards her mom, but to me, the chemistry seems to be changing. It's funny, the first comment I see, I was headed to say Al seems out of whack these past weeks, and Armon and Claudia are vibing and disagreeing well. You see that? But boom. Because, look, and this is AI generated. Look at the AI. This was the comment. People are talking about how the show and how Al is acting different. Some people think he's jealous of Armon, while others think he's just having a bad day. AI.
Child.
Look, this was Al's energy all of a sudden. Al needs to quit already. He's sitting there looking unhappy. He hates Armon and not sure what happened, but they need to sort it out. Look, Al should be more professional. Yes, you don't like Armon anymore, but you are spoiling the experience for the viewers. And if you don't want to be there, then quit. I'm tired of these celebrities saying Kendrick, da-da-da. So it was a slew of these comments. I mean, I have hundreds of them. He acts envious of Armon. Hell, he shakes his head or calls him names like boy. Maybe that has something to do with it. I think Al feels a bit left out. It seems like Claudia and Armon get along very well, and Al doesn't seem to be involved like that. You see? So boom. That started happening. So then Joyce started fucking with me. Because Al was complaining to her that the comments were dragging him. And I was like, well, hey, me and Al cool. And I still sat there and I laughed and I keyed and I put my best foot forward. Still. Because it went from Claudia to Al. I was cool. Claudia didn't like me. We made peace. Then I started battling Al. So when Funky Dinevas talks about how he was caught in between the middle of their shit, so was I. I'm not allowed to be frustrated. When I listen, Dineva, me and you the only ones that are real YouTubers. I make money on my YouTube too.
Everybody can't get up here and do what it is that I and many other people do, which is roll solo dolo. It's hard to entertain, crack jokes out the top of your head, read comments, read super chats.
So they didn't show no growth from me. When I got on there, S&P got, first of all, they cut me down to $70,000. That was enough of a wake-up call for me. S&P was gone. They had no direction. We were never going in studio. I quickly learned that they had no access, no red carpets, no events for me to go to. Just as you learned. But on top of that, then I had both people not liking with me, both people fucking with me. And I gotta sit up here and fucking smile? And I did that. And I did it. I sat up on that air and I apologized to Claudia for shit that I didn't do. Then I sat up there and I apologized to fucking Al for shit I didn't do. Just to make the shit better. And you motherfuckers wanna blame me? So, I'm still rocking. I'm still chilling. But I'm telling my mom, I'm like, yo, mom, I'm not doing this. I'm like 6 months, I'm probably not gonna finish this because, first of all, I'm having to work too much. The money's not making sense after taxes, it's like, girl, I'm not even bringing home 10 bands. It got to a point where I had to go fucking exempt just to see fucking money for this motherfucking show. While y'all talking about I fucked up a bag, bitch, I had to go tax exempt. Then I had to deal with a fucking war zone on both ends and then no support from the management? Bitch, are you crazy? And I still sat there day after day, week after week, and endured the comment sections? And I'm getting fucking dragged? And bitch, I'm not even getting paid for it? Bitch, shut the fuck up ever speaking on me, bitch. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, so I'm getting heated because everybody like to try to blame me for the shit. And I'm like, yo, I was caught in the middle of all that bullshit. The shift in Al started to turn when I got my music segment. I don't know if you guys remember when I got the music segment, he was like, oh, it took me 4 years to get my segment. Joyce about the direction of the show because I do. Claudia because she doesn't like me at the time. Okay, I'll do it with you. When you thinking? ASAP. Is it me? But is Justin really protecting Armon? I feel like the odd man out on what's going on, but I know and see what I hear and what I see and I hear or know. So then they had a meeting that following day to get me fired. And Al went and told that I said that I went on a date with Justin and that's how I got the job. And he was so uncomfortable with me being on that show. I text this to Al. This is all she wants. I like the way Claudia jumps to defend black women when she's needed, even if both disagree. And I said, girl, that's all Claudia wants is people to feel like, you know. And then Al said, yep. That's the Armon I like. Exactly. She's always making excuses for women. This is in April. This is in April. But the nigga was kikiing with her in fucking March to get me fired.
Bruh.
Every day. I didn't get no fair chance. I was caught in the middle of bullshit. And I had to sit there and smile. And I had no idea that I was fucking being played. But because I know the narrative is, oh, Armon always crashes out, I'm sitting there taking it. Then I'm not even getting paid as much. Then I'm not even getting no fucking opportunities. Aww. And you bitches want to run up here and make it seem like I tanked the show? Fuck this show. Fuck that motherfucking show, bitch. Spare me. Spare the fuck out of me. I'm like so fucking mad. Bitch, I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. I went through so much bullshit on that motherfucking show. I went through so much shit. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck that show. I'm so fucking mad. And I have to fucking sit there and smile every fucking day. I'm so fucking mad. And motherfuckers love to blame me for every fucking thing. Bitch, I wasn't getting $250,000. Bitch, I wasn't getting all these fucking opportunities. Bitch, I was being dragged on both ends. The fuck? Motherfuckers was trying me left and fucking right. And I had to sit up there and smile every fucking day. I'm so fucking mad. I have to fucking smile every day. I'm so fucking heated. I don't give a fuck about that show. Y'all have me fucked up. Bitches always speaking on me, bitch. What's up? I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. It's like y'all will love to blame it on fucking me. These motherfuckers got their own fucking issues. These motherfuckers older than me. I'm so fucking irritated, bro. So fucking mad. I came in and the fucking shit was against me, nigga. I didn't have nobody. Fucking Justin was the only one that was fucking trying to help me.
But again, like I said, I just feel like at the end of the day, this situation is deeper, than Armon's roast. These are two people who didn't like each other, who decided to bring a third person into the mix. Okay? And Al was being just as messy, playing both sides of the fence.
Child. You got these weirdo bitches trying to, oh, Armon's fault. Motherfucker, I'm over here. I'm trying to play the peacemaker. I'm apologizing to Claudia on air. I'm apologizing to fucking Al on air. I don't fucking owe nobody no fucking apology.
How do y'all know that Armon didn't go at him like that because of what he was trying to do to Armon behind the scenes? Armon's a grown man. Why does somebody have to put a battery in his back? He's always got online and popped off and said what he wanted to say.
Child. All these niggas making 3 times more money than me. So yeah, you goddamn right. When I told Joyce and I told them to fucking get Al from putting out these allegations and they didn't do shit about it, his motherfucking ass got roasted. He lucky we wasn't in person because he would have got his motherfucking ass whooped. Bitch, don't fucking play with me. I don't play those games.
I think the reason why Armon went as hard as he did in that roast that offended so many of y'all is because Al was doing something behind the scenes to him as well. That's how I feel. That there's definitely more to the story. I refuse to believe that he doesn't do anything. He's just behind the scenes, just sitting pretty. He don't do anything. We heard his true temperament when he called into Funky Dineva's show. That was the real Al. All that trying to be prissy on camera and, and da-da, that was him. When he was like, I don't give a fuck. That was the real Al.
You goddamn right. And I'll roast his ass again. Give a fuck.
It's a bunch of fake ass shit for a check.
You sitting with there pouting like a bitch every show. You making $250K and you acting like you can't fucking, you gotta lie and cause drama. Cause you insecure. Getting out of this? Being a popular famous bitch, being fucking broke?
It's way deeper than anything that Armon said. If you feel like Armon's roast is what took down that show, then you just don't like him anyways. The situation goes way deeper than a roast. Them two fools don't like each other, and they were just connecting with each other for a check.
Great, I got Fox Soul on my name. That's all the fuck I got. I can't go nowhere. They had nowhere for us to fucking go. They had nothing for us. And then if I did want to do a red carpet, I had to pay for it out of my pocket, and I was barely getting money. Girl, get the fuck out of here. And Diane, you dead ass wrong for that, because girl, you didn't even know what the fuck was going on. You just running your fucking mouth. That was so late. I'm disappointed. Because you knew I didn't get, you knew. And you knew that's why Madison didn't get the job. But you was shady from the beginning. Because when you first got on your platform, you was giving like, well, congratulations, Armon, but Madison, just to be clear, Madison was offered it first. That's weird. Who told you to say that? Why does that even matter? Why does it even have to be a thing? Well, why is Madison being offered it first have anything to fucking do with, she ain't sitting here, so why the fuck does that matter? Why was that brought up? I'm telling you, bitches be so weird. They be so fucking weird. They be weird. Be weird.
If the things they're saying about you are true or not. So I don't have anything to say about you. But if you give me something to say, I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I'm cool. I just got emotional because, it was just like, he was cool in the beginning, but then he was saying like, I got a battery put in my back and I didn't know what the but he felt vindicated and he was being messy doing his show during the time we did ours. So I'm just like, but I was immature. But then he never had anything immature to say about Al. Al was never immature.
Yeah, Al was very much playing everybody, and I'm so glad that. I'm sure you already explained how we ended up getting on the phone, and I was talking to Justin. I'm like, yo, get him on the phone, and all it took was one conversation of no one in the middle of us saying, don't pick up the phone when Claudia calls, or don't try to call him, or he's this. And once we talked to each other, it's been all good ever since, And I just want to say thank you for saying that. I didn't put a battery in your back. The argument, and I will say this to Funky. Funky, we haven't spoken to either one of us, so I know he's getting whatever he's getting from Al, because that's the only one that still speaks to him.
Mm-hmm.
So Al is going to tell him the narrative that he wants out there. But you were there long enough. It didn't take a long time for you to see what was going on. I didn't have to tell you. You saw what it was. And I think it's insulting to say that you need to be spoon-fed some shit when you're a very smart person. Again, you know, I tell people as much as I can, you are not the reason the show ended. It is, stop blaming Armon Wiggins. Stop it. I know people that have a vendetta against you or don't like you for whatever reason. Listen, I get it too, right? You are not the reason. You're not the reason. Fans, listeners, viewers, I'm clearing this man's name.
So fucking heated.
I think that Armon is a very talented guy. I could see how he got angry at that interview with Funky and Carlos.
Claudia set you up and you took the bait. I think you should call Funky Dineva. I think when Funky Dineva was whispering in your ear, he was trying to warn you that Claudia is a snake.
Yes. You got a nasty, vile mouth, homie. Okay? Now, out here, we don't see that. We see Mr. Sophisticated. He never cusses, you know. But, honey, he got another side to him that a lot of people have not seen.
Evidently, Al may have some pull up there. I don't know. But it seems that way.
I think the writing was ready on the wall. And I think the whole situation is just, it's sad. Because it's just a bunch of fake shit, just like the Breakfast Club. They were sitting on there for years. Angela Yee had issues with Charlamagne and vice versa. But they had to be on there together and, you know, keep face. And then when she got a chance to leave, she was done.
Funky was probably telling his own truth. But to me, somewhere in there, Funky was protecting Al.
Bitch, did you see what he did? You gotta go see this shit right fucking now. I don't give a fuck. And you cuss a lot too.
And I'm thinking it's friendship. Now, the thing about Funky, I'm gonna say this, is he's a smart guy. He don't protect me when he's talking about reality, because I guess he know I don't give a damn, really, about that. But when it's something real, I think that Funky has enough scruples that he's trying to protect his friend. That's what I think. I think him and Al are somewhat friends, and he was trying to take. That's my thought.
But Claudia seen that shit. Armon seen that shit. And to be honest with you, Armon been very quiet about this shit. You know, through the whole thing, a lot of y'all was waiting for his ass to come on out, but he done proved your ass wrong. But y'all kept on poking a motherfucking bear, and you gonna get what your goddamn ass deserve, honey, okay? Okay.
If you too soft for this, you got to do something else. That's all I'm saying. Claudia got it, but Claudia comes from reality TV. Funky got it, but Funky has been on reality TV. He knows how to talk mess. You gonna take some hits.
You got a nasty, vile mouth, homie, okay?
You sensitive, you soft, whatever.
This is nothing but me reacting, so don't get mad at me talking about some play the goddamn video. That was nasty, Al.
You sensitive, you soft, whatever.
Al, I'm gonna need you to come on out here. I'm sick and tired of you being quiet about this shit. So that's that on that. And I'm not gonna go into that because I wanna finish talking on this, okay? That a lot of people have not seen, but Claudia seen that shit, Armon seen that shit, and to be honest with you, Armon been very quiet about this shit. You know, through the whole thing, a lot of y'all was waiting for his ass to come on out, but he done proved your ass wrong. But y'all kept on poking a motherfucking bear, and you gonna get what your goddamn ass deserve, honey, okay? Okay.
Nessa girl,